Right, so today's reading is definitely about expansion. Someone has been in a period of isolation because they're getting ready to move forward with a very big intensity, right? And you could be almost aligning all of your goals, right? And then spearheading them, just kind of going. You feel me? Those big end goals, breaking those things down into more smaller, tangible steps so that you can start moving forward. And interestingly, this whole energy, for some reason, is also being accompanied with another energy that's surrounding it that's causing you to almost want to pause or freeze during this time. And so I would say I think that's what the challenge is right now, is because you're actually being called to take huge action, but the surrounding energies are really intruding upon your day-to-day mental to almost make you want to do the opposite of that, to kind of make you want to like just stay home, right? What I can say is work through this foggy energy by being systematic. Make a plan now, right now, these next few weeks more than ever. Make that to-do list, write in that daily task planner, and execute. Because what I'm feeling is you're literally at the end, which means you're also at the beginning of something really big, okay? And when you get close to a door like that, so picture a big door, boom, right? When that big door opens, there is that gust of energy behind that door as it's opening, right? But that gust of energy could almost push people further back from that door if they're not prepared for the door to open, right? Ooh, I'm on fire right now. So anyways, thank you. Be prepared for that gust of wind that's almost trying to work around you to push you back, to slow you down from getting to that open doorway, okay? Letting yourself be carried by forces beyond your control. Experience exciting new ideas and perspectives. Innovate and find your inner rebellion. What unique approach can you offer that no one else could? Not giving a fuck. No, I'm just kidding. But kind of. Seriously though, it's move time, okay? A lot of times these messages, focus on yourself, do the inner work, slow down. It's go time. Okay? It's go time. Right now is the time to move. And it's no coincidence that you're also entering Leo, right? And you already know that's a lion man. He makes things move. So during this last little stretch before you break through this new doorway, it's time to go into autopilot, okay? You know the things, because I don't mean to say this as in a way to like scare anybody, because if you got fear, you don't need to be here. You feel me? I didn't expect that to sound as funny as it did. Sorry. But anyways, yes, if you don't have... Okay, look, I tried to do it again. I fucked up. Anyways, what I'm saying is you're at this last stretch, okay? And there's an energy that is, whether it's just the result of the door opening and it's as harmless as that, or if it's actually as malicious as something intentfully trying to stop or slow you down. Because once you get through that door, I don't think there is going to be any more stopping or holding you back challenges, if you get what I'm saying. So, because we're in this crucial area, okay, laying stepping stones by hand, you hear me? The stepping stones to get there are appreciation, trust, forgiveness, communication, tolerance, and gentleness. It's time to put into use all of the tools that we have, because right now we're going in blind. We're literally going in blind. We don't know necessarily what lies ahead, okay? We did map out what our end locations would be, what we would like to experience in those end goals, but we have completely given up all, how we get there, right? We're giving that to God. We're giving that to the universe. We're giving that over to the frequency of light and love, right? So because we're in this final stretch of just kind of, it's almost like you're going down a slide, right? But you're moving in the dark, so it's important to stay systematic at this time, right? Plan out every day before the next day what you're going to do, and you might not even be someone that writes in a planner, you feel me? But whoever I'm telling this to, and as I say this to you, I know these messages are for me as well, because that's the way the world works and it's magic. But it's imperative that you make plans and then you stick to them, okay? There's a reason right now why all of a sudden it's gone real quiet around you, right? And for whatever different reasons, sometimes it's not in the details, it's in the overall picture, right? You might be thinking, oh, I'm not having interactions with, this person or this person because A, B, or C. But really the general bigger picture is God is isolating you right now so that you can push your way through this door, okay? And you do not need any distractions at this time. And I think another thing you're going to have to get very comfortable doing is understanding and coming to a realization that you have done the work. And so you are not obligated to do nobody else's work for them. So know who you are, know what you need to do, and then make those moves, because there is an energy around you that is trying to slow you down. And like I said, it could be as innocent as just the gust from the door opening, or as malicious as something intentfully trying to stop you. But whatever it is, you've got it. You feel me? Another thing you need to keep in mind is doing deep breathing at this time, okay? When you go throughout your day, take notice of how often you're sitting in a shallow breath, right? Full breaths actually purge the body, right? That's why if they say you can't poop, take deep breaths, right? Because literally each breath is pushing something out of you, right? So emotionally, psychologically, the same is just true, okay? Each deep breath pushes stuff out, right? So get that planner, write down whatever you need to get done. And I know school's about to start, I know some of us work more than one job, and life is demanding, right? But what I'm saying is, if you know this is for you, now if you haven't been doing no motherfucking inner work, do not be trying to apply this to your ass. I'm not saying that you can't get motivated and wait for the next train. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really grasp the cycleness of all of that, but I believe when any one individual is ready to get on board, there is always a complete cycle awaiting them. But for who I'm talking to today, these are the people that you're going to know this message is for you, because you are someone that has been actively working on yourself, and you find yourself in a very tense position right now. It's almost like you've been given all the tools for your next steps, but you're like wanting to hide in the cave. And maybe that's because you might be having feelings of, am I even ready for these things that I asked for? Am I going to be able to fill these shoes that I asked to step in, right? But if that's you, that's a great sign, because that just means you're growing. Growing is uncomfortable. And when you're about to further your expansion, that, you know what I'm saying? It causes stretch marks, man. That shit is not pleasant. So keep in mind, sometimes old wounds become forgotten, but that doesn't mean they're not there. Roll back that carpet and delve into the muck. Only by doing so can you heal and move forward. And then back to the breathing, okay? That breathing really can push out that stuff. In my personal experience, sometimes I think that dreams are actually you releasing old patterns, but those patterns came from actual experiences in your life. So then you'll dream about those times, those experiences, because you're actually psychologically, your brain machine is releasing those patterns, right? You can wake up more healed. That's why they say during your sleep your body does the most healing, because you're also processing through other lifetimes and getting old patterns cleared, right? Expansion, change, fascination or anxiety, love, healing, forgiveness, balance, imagination.